We're currently in Denton Junction near Guy Bridge. Prep the unit for departure and your scheduled arrival into Huddersfield is 12:21. So insert the master key, reverser to neutral. Turn off the tail lights, headlight, marker light, DRA off, brake release, reverser to forward. Set up the GSMR. So we are following along train. This one. 520 Papa 808 Wolverton Centre sidings to Neville Hill. Okay, 5 Papa 20872. So click accept. So we are driving unit 150. That's meant to be 223. I'll change it later. Yeah, that's meant to be 150 223. And we can get going. So brake release and power to notch 5. Reset the camera. So departing away from Denton Junction, the speed limit is 55 miles an hour, and we have about 21 miles to Huddersfield. So the next station we'll pass through is Guy Bridge, where we join the line from Manchester Piccadilly. So accelerate the train up to 55, going down to 15. Oh wait, change. Yeah, I guess that the developer didn't really intend... I'll go way to the bridge. Yeah, I guess the developer didn't really intend on you driving down here. Which is why the scenery is a bit dodgy. So we have no signal coming into Guy Bridge. So line for the left joins from Ashbury's and Manchester Piccadilly. And this is Guy Bridge Station. Line straight on goes towards Glossop and Rose Hill Marple. Speed limit also goes down to 15 as we cross onto the up line. Before going left towards Stalybridge. So this is possibly a scenario pack. I'm collaborating with Harry 1402, 7, whatever number it is. So he's developing 4 scenarios by himself. I'm developing my 4 scenarios. This one is the second scenario of the 4 I'm making. So I thought I'd go for something more kind of interesting rather than just generic passenger trains. On the left is, I think it's Freightliner Guy Bridge sidings or something. So yeah, Freightliner sidings. We just put some 66s in there with some hoppers. In terms of passenger view, we do have a passenger view for a change. With no sound. Speed limit is now 40 miles an hour. Yeah, I don't know why the passenger view has no sound. So the next station will be Stalybridge. Passing in about 5 minutes. So yeah, this is the first time driving down here, and from the looks of things, this route has been beautifully modelled. Like, it's exceptional, considering that the route is completely free. And it looks like there's bits of electrification happening. I think Network Rail are planning on electrifying the route between Guybridge and Stalybridge. I'm not sure if they're going further to Huddersfield, because electrifying the Huddersfield line is going to be a massive challenge, because you have all the aging infrastructure and bridges and station buildings and Huddersfield. Speed limit is going up to 50 miles an hour. So I don't know all the speed limits, so I don't know if we'll be able to get it to 75. Is there a bridge going under us? Off the summit. So go around this corner, straight on should be Stalybridge station, where we join the line from Ashton and Manchester Victoria. So my current FPS is at about 20 and 30. So I think the speed limit goes up to 65 after we pass through Stalybridge. So back off the power, so we don't exceed 50, although we nearly did. This is the Stalybridge. Passed through a bit early. 105's off to Liverpool. Speed limit is going up to 50. In the tunnel, the speed limit is now going up to 65 miles an hour. If I can just manage this gradient, going up in 12125. Even though today's trains shouldn't really have a problem with these, like the 185s shouldn't really have a problem with these inclines. And now they're trying to do 802s and the 68s. Even though someone really does need to make the class 802 diesel, just so we can use it on this route. Like, take Super Rail's class 800 GWR and just slap the TransPennine logo on it. The TransPennine livery. And we already have the TransPennine 68. You see some coaches. I mean, we do have a substitute with the class 180. So there's that at least. Next station we'll pass through is Moseley. Not to be confused with Moseley Hill in Liverpool. Also, there is like an express train in front of us from, I think it's Liverpool to Newcastle, from the 2185s, because we don't have a class 802, well, a diesel variant of it. So getting close to 65, just back off the power. Yeah, for the buildings, from the buildings you can see just how old the houses are, and just like the history of Manchester. This is Wolseley Station. So like if you go to a different town like Todmorden, all the houses are made of brick. Like stone brick instead of like modern brick. So this train ran on the 20th of June 2020. Yeah, this is a refurbished northern unit that went from Wolverton to Neville Hill through Huddersfield. Signal overhead is now changed to single yellow, I think. Cancel the AWS and stop with the next signal, which is 0.75 miles away. The engine doesn't sound as loud as it normally is. Okay, try again. Why does my engine sound depressed? I mean, I know the world's gone to shit, but there's no need to not sound right. So the signal should be right around this corner. Oh, it's green. There we go, that's better. So yeah, if you want to do like a freight scenario on the Huddersfield line, you're a bit out of luck. Because most of the freight that goes between like Manchester and Leeds, or towards Leeds, normally goes through Rochdale because it's a lot quieter. And it's not as hilly. Because currently a gradient of 12125, which for a freight train is pretty steep. But saying that, the bit between Manchester and Rochdale is like 6 trains an hour in one direction. And then after Rochdale, because it just counts down to like 4 trains an hour. Then after, so yeah, both lines are pretty busy. So you have to be really smart with your timetabling. This is Greenfield. Oh, there's a road. I wonder which one that is. I'm sure if I could just look at Google Maps and just Google Map it. Okay, next station is Marsden. I think at Marsden we're about halfway between Stalybridge and Huddersfield. So yeah, it is pretty quiet considering it's like midday. Yeah, so services aren't really back to normal yet. Because if this was a full timetable, we'd have more trains. Well, I think one more train. There's still the Scarborough to Liverpool trains, which at the moment have been cut back to York. So the 68s are only running between Scarborough and York, and not Scarborough and Liverpool. Well, there's no particular need to run a full timetable because it's still essential travel only. Even though the lockdown rules should be relaxed. I think the next review is next week, I think? Just before the end of June. Yellow. Next signal is 0.7 miles away. Speed limit goes down to 60, but I'm up to 85. I think 60 is the speed limit through Marsden because it's on a very tight curve. So apply some gentle braking. I think this is Diggle Junction. Stop. Didn't realise the signal was this close. Why is it there? Who put it there? Yeah, where should we put a signal? I know. Put it immediately after the junction and not before it. Why does the tunnel portal look painted on like in a cartoon? So gently just pull up to this danger aspect. Verter to neutral, gear rate on. And just wait for the signal to clear. Okay, signal has now cleared to a green. Don't know why it went to yellow. So reverse to forward, release the brake, and power to notch 5 so we can start climbing up this hill. So I completely forgot to brake for 45 miles an hour speed limit, just braking to that now. Quickly release the brake. So yeah, that was a really, really long tunnel that was also completely straight. So speed limit is now 45, going up to 60 right around this corner. This is Marsden Station, which also has like a passing loop on the right. Single yellow, which means we need to stop at the next signal because that's when it's at danger. So around this corner, the speed limit should be going up to 70. And I think we're in Yorkshire now. White Rose, Yorkshire. So next signal is in 0.7 miles away. So put the power to off and start thinking about braking for its danger aspect. Like, if this is a busy main line, why would you have signals so far apart? That's green. So taking a look outside, it looks really nice. Very Yorkshire-y. Oh yeah, this time I also remembered to put in the branding. So in the top right you can't see it. I've got some overlays from my AMD graphics card. So he's from Redcar Central to Manchester Airport, so at Stalybridge. We've got through Victoria, through Salford Central, well he'll stop at Victoria, through Salford Central, over the Alton Cord, round to Deansgate, stop Oxford Road, Piccadilly, and then to the airports. So yeah, I have managed to get my GPU to work through train sim again. And it's currently at like 90% utilization. My GPU SCLK is at 855 megahertz, and its current temperature is 78 Celsius. That's one hot graphics card. This is soft weights. Fastweight, Slaithweight, however you want to pronounce it. Then Huddersfield. Huddersfield is about 4 miles. Now, grading of 1 to 112. So yeah, there is a good reason why you don't send freight trains down here. Because it's busy and the gradients are really steep. And I'm using about 7.8 gigabytes of RAM of 16 gig. So yeah, I really do like this route. It's very well modelled. Even better than some of Dovetail's routes. So I'm also thinking about making a fictional scenario, like a fictional engineering train to an engineering site somewhere. Probably like Martin or something. Like, tackle the gradients with a fully loaded storm train. With a 66. Or maybe a 68. Suddenly we're changing to 4 aspects. So you need to stop at the next signal. Also need to slow down to 60 because speed limit is going down to 70 than down to 60. I've also got another like empty stock scenario that's a train from Newton Heath to Manchester Piccadilly. So you just pick up the train at Brewery Junction and they just drive it to Manchester. I don't know why they didn't include Newton Heath. It would be so cool. Because Newton Heath is literally right next to Brewery Junction. Speed limit now is 60 miles an hour. And the signal is literally right around the corner as well. And it's changed to yellow. Well, yeah, it's yellow. The danger aspect is just outside Huddersfield. Okay, now we're close to Huddersfield because the train's left. So this is Huddersfield. Change here for the University of Huddersfield, where some of my friends go to. So we're due into platform number 8, and I'm going to stop right at the end. So thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. So follow me and join my Discord server for technical support and some screenshots. Follow me on Twitter for future video updates. Subscribe for more train sim content, and I'll see you next time. So I have been to Huddersfield before, once, and I think I came off a pacer from Leeds, or towards Leeds, Redfield. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.